All right, welcome. So glad you're here. It's Monday. This is my live streaming class, and we are focusing on, as usual, our breath and how important that is. Even if you do not do any of the asana, the breath, sitting with me to breathe. Just when I say inhale, inhale, and when I say exhale, exhale. And you'll be doing your yoga, which is so incredible. We'll focus on breath. We'll focus on finding your inner guru, like what feels good to you. That is really, really important. And also belly, fire in the belly. So let's go ahead and start. We'll start in child's pose. If you don't know what child's pose is, it's just this amazing hips to heels, arms extended out. You can even put something underneath your head to rest your head. So just get into that posture. And I'm going to start my big camera because I do record my classes on the big camera. And there you go. So yeah, when you're in your child's pose, just let your whole body relax. It's almost like you're jello. Your back is getting heavy. You might even feel some pops and cracks in there as your body settles down. And then start Ujjayi breath or ocean breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Just like that, letting the whole back body fill up with air, with oxygen, with movement. And try out through the mouth this time. Exhale, mouth. Good. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. So even if you just stay with me for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's absolutely fine. But this class is an hour long. So now go ahead and straighten out your hands. Reach your fingers to the front of the mat. Let your head drop. Still using that 4-count breath in through the nose. Let it out through the nose. Feels amazing on the low back. Next inhale. Exhale, walk the hands over to the right side. And you're just stretching out that left side body. Your head drops down, your arms reaching over. See, it's already feeling nice on your back. Inhale, nose. You can even let it out through the mouth occasionally. Really heavy in the body. Good. Next inhale, walk your fingers back to the middle. Exhale right there. Heavy body. Nowhere to go, just right here in your yoga practice. Inhale, nose. Exhale, nose. All right, walk it over to that last side, our left side. Let the head drop. It's all about that breath. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. So good. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Come on to all fours. And so you're just in this tabletop. You can spread your fingers. Actually, let's stretch out the wrists. So we're going to turn our fingertips towards our knees. The breast slightly back to stretch out that. You can even drop the chin and round the back, multitasking, only if it feels good on your wrists. This is that inner guru I was talking about, that place where you know exactly what's perfect for your body. Come out of any pose when it doesn't feel right or you've had enough. You can always go back to that child's pose. That child's pose is a perfect place to go. Even if not all the way back. Here, I'd have to shake this out. See, I'm done. Whoops. I'm done with my, we'll go back in. But I wanted to share something about child's pose. Even if child's pose doesn't come all the way back to the heels, even something like extending out this way is a good resting. All right, let's take our fingertips back one more time and maybe commit to 3 more breaths. Hi, welcome if you just showed up. I love it. I'm going to turn my phone. My phone's beeping on me. We want to turn that off. Good. So we're just opening our wrists. When you need to come out and shake them out. Or let me just share with you options here. You might even be able to come into a down dog with the fingertips towards your toes. Or if that doesn't feel right, come back to your knees or come off your wrists. 2 more breaths. So good. Gently release. Sit back. Shake out those hands. Oh my gosh. Maybe give them some compression right into each wrist where you're squeezing the wrists, giving them compression. Good. Nice. And then shake them out. So good. All right, then come back to all fours. We'll just do our classic cat-cow. Rounding the back, chin into the chest, hips underneath you. Pause there. It's already starting to clear the lymphatic system. It's nice. And then drop the navel down. Let the heart reach forward. Heart lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Round back in. So good. Inhale, dropping at your own speed too. If it feels like I'm taking too long with my breath or my movements, you can always adjust. There's no rules here. This is the best part, is you showing up, you coming to this mat and doing what feels right for you. That inner guidance, that inner seeing. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Long exhale. Really good. Bring the knees close together. Take that right knee and just bring it up. Circle it out. Also, I just wanted to suggest, if you need something underneath that knee for support, you can always put a towel or fold your mat over. But all we're doing is lubricating this right hip socket by bringing it up, bringing it around with breath. Oh, yeah. And then switch directions. Let that come the other way. You can already feel that heat building in that hip socket. Good. Whoo, yeah. And then straighten that that right leg out. Option to bring that left arm out. And just pause there, see if you can hold. Maybe there's a little pulse with that right glute. And then tiger curls. Take a length, open it up, and then pull underneath. Yes. Couple more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, underneath. Just a quick way to build some heat. Last one. Wow. Reach forward and back. Left hand comes down. Take this right leg and shoot it off to the right. And let it just sit there. You can come down to the elbows and maybe you want to shake out that hand, that pressure, especially if you're not used to supporting yourself with your wrists. It's nice to make sure that those are feeling a little love, a little support. Elbows are good. Just feeling the inner thigh. And then walking the hands forward. You can stretch out those arms and drop the forehead down. If the head doesn't touch, no big deal. Just stay on your elbows and just let that stretch happen this way with your elbows. That's absolutely fine. So again, inner guru, what does your body need? Connect to the breath, connect to the belly. Belly is so flexible that it can move in and out when you're breathing. Oh, that feels awesome. Inner thigh. All right, let's take that back. Unwind the mat if you had it. And then come back to all fours. Spread the fingers wide. Sink into your palms. Tuck the toes under. I'm going to come into a down dog and just give it a little play before we do the other side. That's it. Just shaking it out. Massaging the calves. So yoga's great because you don't have to do all this fancy stuff. Just taking your time and repeating these postures gets deeper and deeper into the different layers. So yeah, it's just that mindful breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Yeah, that's all it is. Just going inward. Connecting to that release, that exhale especially. Letting go of resistance, stress, worry. Let it all go. Wow. Good. So then find that perfect distance between your wrists and your heels. See if you can just hold into stillness. Maybe there's a slight bend in the knees. You see that little bend with the hips high and the shoulders pressing down. But your down dog looks different than mine. Notice my heels. I have tight ankles. My ankles bones do not go down. That's okay. I have that question asked all the time. Should my heels go down in down dog? Not necessarily. It just depends on your ankles. Last two breaths. All right, take a breather in between our puppy pose. Drop the hips back for child's pose, and we'll hold for 3 to 4 breaths. That's 2. 3. 1 more. 4. Excellent. Good. Come back to all fours. And instead of, I'm turning, you're fine. Instead of cat-cow, try a little barrel roll. So go off to the side with the rib cage and then back up to this top and then down the other side. Just play with your own timing and breath. Oh, wow. Amazing. One side all the way up into the neck and shoulders, down to the belly. You can even bend the arms. That's awesome. Bending and like a barrel, just rolling. that's why I call it that. I'm not sure actually what it's called. Oh, good. I made that up. And then make sure you go the other way, all the way up and all the way down. Don't forget the breath. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Lots of pops and cracks. Breathing. Really good. All right. So what did we do? We did that knees together, remember? And then the left leg circles up and around. Just bring it all the way up and around. This is so good for kids too. I know you have some kids watching. Let's have them do their little, we call this the puppy dog peeing on the fire hydrant. Aha! Hilarious, but I don't know any other way of describing that lifting of the leg, huh? Circling it around. Make sure you go the other direction. Oh, wow, this side's a little tight. Keep the breath. Notice how the eyes and the face are relaxed and soft. Occasionally, if you have a sigh, let that happen. Okay, now we're ready to hover this left leg and then drop it down. Adjust that right knee again. Remember that extra padding if you need it underneath that knee. Start with the elbows. Elbows, excellent. Just letting the inner groin. Oh, and please do not keep it like way back there. You see how that hip socket's just not quite right? It feels awkward. Bring it a little more forward than your hip. Gives that rotation back and inner thigh. Shooting belly can be soft this way too. Feel that inner thigh, inner groin. If it feels right, you can try straightening the arms, bringing those fingertips forward and hovering the elbows and dropping the head down. A little bit of pressure into this left foot. Really nice. Last 2 breaths. All right. Walk the hands back in. Bring that left knee in. Good. And then back into down dog. Tuck the toes. Press the knees to hover. Toes to hover the knees. And then gently, gently bringing that all the way up and back again. Shake out the head. Head is heavy. Lengthen through the arms. Plug the shoulders into the sockets and broaden the chest. Oh, wow. And you feel about ready, you can gently and slowly just take little baby steps all the way up to the front of the mat. Once you're at the front of the mat, give yourself a nice forward fold. I like the feet to start in my forward fold with about hip width apart and letting that whole body drape over. You can even bend the knees and lengthen the ribs up and over. Grab the elbows and just let that hang. Sinking down into the feet. Feel the heaviness in the head. And then try pushing down into the feet to straighten the legs just a little bit. Don't worry if they don't come straight. And don't worry if your arms are, if your torso's high. Just keeping it nice and fluid. Feel like you're releasing the arms. I like, especially in the first one, interoception. Grab your shins. Grab your kneecaps, give yourself a little sit, and then play with this torso as you round and drop it in. This is such a gentle and soothing way to come up. Eyes are still. And then next breath, pause, strong feet, strong legs. Exhale to stand, to stand. Go ahead and reach up. Really good. That's it. Give it a little bounce. Feet can come wider. Inhale, bring it high and reach. Exhale, swoop it down. Good. And a couple more like that. Just open it up. It's good for kids too. Playtime. Reach. And then let it go. One more. Good. Oh, nice. All right, so arms are up. Take that right hand, grab the left wrist. Give it that exhale over to the right side. Notice a lot of the weight wants to go into the right foot. See if you could press a little bit back into that left and then rotate the rib cage up as you pull. Feel the weight evenly down. Good. Inhale, come back to center and just switch. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale over to the other side. Just to close the eyes once in a while. Just feel that inner awareness. Rib cage spiraling. Some weight in the left foot. Some weight in the right foot. Using the breath. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take the interlaced fingers and bring them right behind the back of the neck, head. Open it up. Good. Oh, and then pull it inward just to pull onto the head. We're going to do a little bit for the neck. This first one, pulsing twice. Inhale, let it open. Exhale, pull it in. Maybe there's a rock there. Last one. Good. Come back to center. Release that left elbow now behind the head. As you pull it up, sort of let your chin lift. Good. And then if you're able, you might even be able to bring your fingers together. Don't worry if that doesn't happen. You can use a strap. You can also just keep that right hand supporting that elbow as you stretch it up and out. And it might even work to bring it off to the side. Good. Great for the shoulders. Gosh, today I feel like I want to close my eyes. It's an eye closing day just to go inward. Wow. Inhale, come back to center and play with this movement. This is excellent, where you're unwinding the arms and bringing it to the other side. See how it doesn't touch? It's okay. We'll do that a few times, just watching the rotation of the shoulders. It's excellent. But coordinate with that breath. Inhale. Again, I'm just feeling my eyes close. Find your breath, find your rhythm. Notice what's happening in the shoulders. You can go fast, you can go slow. One more set. And then the next time you are on that right elbow, give that left hand some momentum behind for that right elbow to go behind the head. Find that chin lifting slightly. Root down into the feet and then take that left fingers and grab that. Good. Next inhale. And then just a little C curve over to that left side. Yeah. Each side is different. That's it. Really good. Excellent. Keeping that inner smile. Wow. Come up to center. Release. Let's interlace the hands behind you. Give the fists some momentum or some leverage by pushing into the low back. As you do that, watch how the elbows squeeze towards each other. Once you find that, lift your heart up. Good. Sink down evenly into the feet. Tailbone is really heavy. Heart is lifted light. And then push the fists down. Now push the hips forward. See what it feels like. It doesn't have to go far. Just this nice support through that midsection. It's hard. Good. And then come back. Bend the knees. And then find that forward fold. Wow. Moving slowly.
And then alternating the wrists side to side. Maybe there's that deep sigh, letting the head relax. Good. Release the hands to the low back. Give it a little pound. Such a great way to support our lymphatic system, our immune system. Self-massage. Really good. And then release the hands to the ground and drop the hips low and then bring them up again. We're just going to pulse that with your breath. Inhale one direction. Exhale to straight. And I like these repetition. This repetition heats up the body. Good. You can feel that in the inner thighs. My hands are through the mid side, so it's in between the knees. Good. And then we'll stay on that malasana. It's okay if the heels aren't touching the ground. Mine are up a little bit. Still trying to warm up my hip sockets. And then just pause. Elbows on the inner edge, palms together. So you can hang on to that malasana for just a couple breaths. 3 more breaths. Inhale, lengthen upward. Exhale, letting it drop down. There's always opportunity to widen the feet. Maybe use a block underneath the hips also. Today I'm just feeling like I'm going to let it settle in. Last 2 breaths. Eyes are still. And breath is even. Yeah, so good. They're quiet spot. 1 more. Good. Gently release the arms. Keep the eyes still. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Really nice. Now find your way to the front of the mat. We'll move through flow. Halfway lift. Walk the hands underneath the kneecaps. Heart extends forward. Exhale, pull back in. Plant the hands. Step back to high plank. Hold that high plank. 1 breath. And then on the next inhale, bring it to down dog. Inhale, down dog. Yoga can be nice and slow motion. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, high plank. Yeah, last one. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. And this time, drop the knees and come into yoga push-up. I like just starting with the knees for my chaturanga. Exhale. All the way down. Drop the toes. Bring the heart forward and hover the hands. Hover the hands. Yeah. Hover the hands, hover the toes. Good. So good. And then bring the arms out like airplane wings. And then bring the hands forward. Reach for the thumbs. Kick it up, kick it up. New breath. Bring it back to airplane wings. And then interlace right above you. With your fingers together, the fists right above your low back. Excellent. Gently release. Bring your head to one side, ear right on the mat, hands by your sides. And take a deep breath through the nose. Let your whole body recover. Out through the mouth. 1 more like that. Inhale, nose. Find that recovery. Exhale. It's really important that nervous system, letting it soothe back down. That activity, that lighting up the body, and then that calm, quiet recovery. Really good. Let your whole body sink into the mat. Why are we doing this? We want to relax, reset, rejuvenate. So you have that activity, which is excellent, but then you have that recovery in the class. All right, so turn your head so that the other ear is on the mat. And again, just 2 more breaths, and then we'll move to up dog. Inhale, nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Make sure your ear is right on the mat, nice and connected to the mat. 1 more breath. Inhale, nose. Let it all go. Exhale, mouth. Awesome. Okay, then you're up dog. I like my toes to tuck under, hands underneath the shoulders. Get your forehead to be nice and even. Maybe rock the hips just a little, side to side. Shoulders roll up and back onto the back. Inhale. And then move your heart through for your up dog. If it doesn't feel right on the low back, definitely keep your elbows bent for low cobra. Okay. Full up dog actually is right underneath the shoulders and also the thighs lifting if you are able. Next breath, tuck the toes up and back into your down dog. Good. Let's play with the down dog. One-legged down dog. Toes together. Use that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Take that right leg straight up. Wow. And just let it open wide. Stacking the hips, bending the knee. See what it feels like just to kick it to the side, kick it back, kick it to the side. And my head follows. My head comes over the left shoulder when I'm kicking back, and then in and forward towards the toe when I'm kicking to the side. See if that works for you. Might not. Might be something different. That's that inner guru. But always with that breath. Wow, so good. Last one. Nice. Kick it straight up. So right up to the ceiling, that right toe. Left leg strong. And then step forward. Finally, you're like, finally, we got some hip stuff. Right leg comes forward. I'm using extra support underneath my left knee. Right hand to the knee. Left hand to the knee. Yeah, a little bit of lunging. And settle in. Maybe there's a little pulse. Finding that edge. In fact, you could take your right hand to that lower belly, turning that right hip crease back, left hip drops. And then try planting the hands on the low back, elbows towards each other. Open up the chest, let the chest lift up. Really nice, just settle in. Stretch out the front of that left leg. Lower belly's lifting, heart's lifting. If you feel wobbly, that's all right. A little bit of power through the back leg, front leg. Awesome. Head comes down. Release that right arm and just see what happens. Make sure that kneecap feels safe as you bend that back foot. Wow. Stretching us out. Grabbing that back foot. Maybe you can grab the other hand. Don't worry if that doesn't happen. And don't worry if your foot doesn't touch your hand either. Anywhere in between.
can even be just this lift. Absolutely fine. Being gentle and easy on yourself. Giving yourself pleasant talk. Positive talk. All right. Just happy that you're here, Go ahead and release that back foot. Come into a half monkey pose. So this right hip drops down, lengthen through the spine, and it's like you're hinging at the waist. So again, if you need props, you just bring the floor a little closer to you, or reach down with fingertips. You can try flex toe, pointed toe. This is that thought process, like internal thought process, like what does my body need? Highly encourage that. Tapping into that inner intuition. You can pulse this too. Inhale to let that heart open up and lift. Exhale to melt down over that right leg. Try again. Inhale to extend the heart forward. Exhale to melt over that leg. So do you remember we did that side leg? So go ahead, I'm turning, but all you need to do is bring up that right foot off to the side. And it's puppy pose again. Okay, so walk the right foot's off to the side. Walk the hands forward. Drop down into that upper body. Feel that first. And then possibly take that left arm and thread the needle. Let that come underneath and see if you could reach for that right ankle. Again, don't worry if it doesn't reach. Option to bring that top arm, that right arm up and around the back. And you're in this gorgeous twist. See what that feels like. If it doesn't feel right, go back to that puppy pose. Firm pressure in that right leg. Come out if you need to. Just 2 more breaths if you're with it. If you have that pose and you want to continue, just 2 more breaths. Good. Take that top arm, bring it out, and use it. Use it on the ground. Unwind. Unwind. Good. Come back to all fours. So that right leg comes back. Give yourself a shake out. Oh, in fact, let's do a different version. We'll do this wave. So you're going to round up and come forward. Push back. Round up and come forward. You can also do that same movement with knees hovering high. So it's a down dog wave. With breath. Really good. Just see how things stack on top of each other. The yoga practice. It's how you create your own home practice. I'm here just to inspire. Good. All right, I think a little break. Take a break in between sides. So that means just set yourself back into your child's pose. You can walk the hands forward, get the belly to just rest. Maybe even turn the head. Just feel like jello. Deep sigh. Let it all go. Let it go. This is part of the practice. Just surrender and release and trust. Good. Last one. Excellent. Come back to all fours. Back into down dog. Go slow though. Hover the knees. Shoot the hips back, heart forward. Maybe you want to rock the hips from side to side.
And then back to center, up into down dog. Bring the toes together. Take that left leg high. Excellent. Still with me? I love it. Thank you for being here. Just dropping that foot back. And then kick it to the side, left side. Again, inhale, dropping it back. Maybe look over the right shoulder. Use that exhale to kick it to the side. You're doing it perfect. No comparison. Just do it just the way you are doing it. That is exactly right for you. Keeping it really centered on what you need. Inner guru. Can also do this practice with the knee down. You see that? Same thing. So your arms and your shoulders get that support that they need because it takes time to build the strength. Last one. Maybe there's a deep sigh, one-legged down dog. Lift that left leg high. Hold. Stretch out that right hamstring. Awesome. Step forward, left leg. Right knee comes down. Extra support, extra padding. Left hand on the knee. Really good. Each side is different. I'm feeling some heat. I'm sweating. It's hot here in California. Left hand on that left hip. Pull that hip back. Settle in. Find that little bit of pulse. Soften the back foot. Find your balance. Each side is different. Left side tends to be the weaker side for me. Maybe that's for you too. Good. Support yourself with your hands on your low back. Low belly lifts. Ribs in, heart lifts, elbows towards each other, and settle a little deeper into that right hip socket. Right front of the right hip. Keep the belly lifted, the heart's lifting. Front foot strong. Really good. Inhale, chin comes down. Left elbow on the knee. And then that right hand reaches for that foot. See if you could do that. Excellent. That's it. Finding your balance. Best to just look right off your nose, off infinity, right in front of you. Keep it still. Left hand possibly comes back. Get yourself to grow a little taller. You can pull that heel closer to your right hip. Sink down into the right knee. Get yourself to grow up through the top of the head. All right, slowly, one hand comes off. Soften that back foot. Nice. Straighten the front leg, half monkey pose. Flex out through the heel, take a breath, inhale. And then hinge right at the waist. So good. Blocks are helpful, fingertips. What do you need to get the floor to be perfectly aligned for you? Use that inhale to lengthen the heart forward, move the chest forward, and then exhale to drape down. You can do that a couple more times, or you can just stay in that forward fold over the left leg. Radiating that energy frequency of the line in the straight line up to that sit bone. Starting to really feel that relaxation response. All right, so now the left hand comes to the inside of the calf to take the left leg off to the side. I'll actually move this. So you're in that puppy pose. Flip the leg off to the side, starting maybe with the elbows like we did at the beginning. And then walking the hands forward, dropping the forehead down. And then add the twist. Right hand lifts. Thread the needle, come underneath to reach for the ankle. If not, just get close to that foot. Back side of the shoulder. Left arm comes high and you're just turning. Twisting deeply into the lower belly. Couple more breaths. And gently release. So good. Use that hand for support. Excellent. All right. So let's go into push-up chaturanga. So just take your knees, walk your knees back, hands underneath the shoulders, and just find a couple push-ups. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Come down, drop the toes, slide through for your up dog. This time play with the up dog. Drop the left hip down and look over the right shoulder. Come back to center. And then the other side. That's it. Come back to center. One more time. Just that. So if it's okay on your back, if not, do it low. Elbows, you could do it on your elbows. Because this is a back bend. Curvy spine. And then exhale through tabletop, through down dog. And we'll hop through or walk up. Just give yourself a little walkabout. Maybe a sip of water. Reverse swan dive to come up. Taking my time. Can you see that? I'm planting my feet, making sure my legs are nice and strong. Free up my torso to come all the way up. And then hands at the heart. Oh, so good. Yeah, just take a little walkabout. Little walkabout. So good. You're doing your yoga today. Amazing. Such a good thing on a Monday, you know? I love it. Love it. Yeah. Good, good. All right. I had somebody requesting to do full monkey pose. That might be fun since we've been doing that with our hamstrings, working that. So maybe we'll do that. We'll start. It will be a nice prep for pigeon pose also. Okay, so let's come back to the front of the mat. Let me check the time. Oh gosh, because I could do this forever. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So as promised. So we only have 10 minutes. I love it. Time flies when you're having fun. So let's go back to the front of the mat. Inhale. Sternum popping. Exhale. Dive forward. Good. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, plant the hands. Go ahead and step back. High plank. Go through that last flow. Up dog. Exhale to down dog. Great. So we have totally prepped our, we'll come back to all fours. Lean over to that left side. Step that right leg forward. Again, we're in this low lunge. You can go forward and back. Good. So then frame that front foot, and all you need to do is slightly bring that left leg back. Walk that front leg forward, and you're in it. That is Hanumanasana or monkey pose. We were in half monkey pose, and now all you need to do is move a little bit more, okay, into splits. So this might be enough. Okay, now I want to show you a prop. If you happen to have a prop, perfect way to set yourself up for this posture is to use the prop underneath that right hamstring. Okay? That's all it is. Excellent way to support yourself. Isn't that cool? Really nice. And then gently drape yourself over. Okay? So try that. Go at your own pace. Adjust your prop when you need to. You can also stay in half monkey pose, which is extending, just focusing on that front hamstring. Okay? So we'll take about 5 to 8 breaths wherever you are. Right side tends to be a lot tighter than my left. You guys have to remember, I'm turning 52 in September. Okay? So I'm very cautious with my body now, not to overdo it. Focusing on alignment, focusing on central column, focusing on left hip dropping, and letting that whole body feel relaxed and calm. That's the key. But it does feel amazing. Right hip crease moves back. You can even support yourself with your elbows. All right, I'll stop talking. Let's just hang out for another 4 breaths. Last breath. This is one of those perfect poses that teaches you it is not about the destination. It is about the journey, okay? Because every point, gently come out, move your prop aside, hands for support, heel toe, make it really supportive for yourself. So I would take tabletop and then circle out that hip. Make sure that right hip feels supported and safe. Okay, calming your body. Maybe there's this roundness in the back. Your body will tell you what it needs. This round back, this forehead coming to the knee. Excellent. Okay, you ready for the other side? Can't just do one side. Okay, left side comes forward. Into that low lunge to start. Give it some movement, forward and back. Walk that right knee back a bit. Get your prop ready if you need it on that high end. Start with that high end. Walk the toe forward. Give it some support. You can also use books for this. Really good. Hip crease pulls back. Adjusting. Toes up, heel straight down. You don't want it to rotate too much to the side. You see that? I think it feels more connected with the toes up or pointed straight ahead. Okay? You start with that lift that we did. Feels completely different on this side. Absolutely. Remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Use that exhale to come forward. Okay, we'll hold. So we can go right into pigeon pose after you're finished with this leg. We'll stay on the left side. Wow, that's amazing. Good. All right, so each side is different. I'm going to pull my right knee in, pull my left foot back, take the block aside, pull my left foot close to me, underneath me, and just, actually we played, so give that some relief first. You see how it's experiential? Please, if you take anything away from this yoga class, know that this yoga is your yoga. you know, not mine. You have to honor what your body movements are. And if you just tune in, it will tell you exactly what to do. I'm going into pigeon. Hopefully this is okay on your knees. If you have any knee pain, come out of this pose. Sharp pain in the knee is not good. You can do it upside down. That's very helpful. Oh, wow. Feels so good after all that leg work. Okay, we built up to this pose. So let it be heavy. You can support your head. You can use a bolster. Gosh, yoga makes you feel so good. I'm just feeling the joy, the joy kind of build up. It's in yoga lingo, we call it prana. Prana or life force energy starts awakening. And the more yoga you practice, the more you want to do it, and you get addicted to the feeling of that aliveness, that vitality, that well-being. So hopefully I can help you sense that. This is not like being a robot and following your teacher's poses. It's you following your own guidance, your own poses. As long as you're breathing. Wow. Come out when you need to. Calming your nervous system. All right. Bring that out. Hands on either side of the front knee. We're almost done, I promise. Support yourself with that right leg as you hover. Shake out that left leg. And we'll switch sides. Okay, so right leg comes up. Slide it all the way through for pigeon pose. Go slow. You want a prop underneath your right hip. So you would slide that prop. And you can just use a towel to ground that side down. I'm not going to use it today. Left hip drops. Support yourself with your elbows. And support your head with double fists. Letting the breath come easily in through the nose. Out through the nose. Really good. A few more breaths. All right, I think that's plenty. Gently come out. We actually gave it some movement, so I know I just want to go to that Shavasana, but take a moment to shake out that right leg again, just the way you did with that left side. Wow. Good. And then that gives you an opportunity to stay in your down dog and then to hop through. You can hop or you can just come to your sit bones. Little fancy hop, drop, and straighten. Good. All right, let's roll ourselves back. Closing up. Crisscross the arms for just a moment on either side of the kneecaps. And around the back, chin down to the chest. Get some counter stretch. Toes, chin, belly. Come back to center. Switch the bottom hand on top. Deep inhale, belly breath.
Exhale, pull back. Chin drops. Round into the back. Hollow out the navel or the low belly. Navel into the spine. Okay. Gently come back up. Release the arms. Get the shoulders to stay on the back nice and broad. Keep the heels on the ground and roll yourself all the way down. So good. Heels, heels, heels. And then hover the heels. Inhale and exhale, let it go. Wow, you did it. Any ponytails, take those out so that you can lay your head flat. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Take one knee up to your chest. Take the other knee up to your chest. Just give yourself that sweetness, rocking into your back. Gradually moving side to side, heels coming close to you. Maybe even put your feet together and reach to the outer edges of the little pinky toes and push the knees apart. Notice the imbalance. The whole premise of our yoga practice is to balance our sides. So noticing the tightness for me on that right inner groin compared to the left. Evening that out. Maybe a little bit more pressure on that side that's tighter. Keep the head chin down, back of the head firm. Nice. All right, release the feet. Plant the feet. Give it a little pound. Closing up. Meaning just lift your hips and drop them. Feldenkrais move. Good. Heaviness. And then just 1 or 2 or 3 breaths in bridge to reverse that. So support your back with a block or just active legs. Take about 3 breaths. Watching the belly move. Not forcing it, let it be a little bit more relaxed than just that. Let it just be relaxed. Let's see. More like that. Just letting the body fill up. Letting that exhale release the belly down. Wow. Changes the whole dynamic of gravity on that block. Last one. Really good. That's it. Take the feet a little closer, lift the hips higher, slide that block down, upper back, middle back, low back. Let that release. Sit up, get that long spine, drop down, and then plant if you have 2 blocks. Love it. So how I support myself in Shavasana with a little bit of lift through my hamstrings. Belly, it helps the belly hollow out and be heavy. Arms relax. Good. Let your hands relax. Your feet heavy. Let the back of the head rock side to side. Chin straight up. You have a deep sigh or a yawn. Let that go. Check in with the jaw. Let it release. Just stay in your Shavasana however long you like.
letting just the body breathe so soft and gentle, effortless breath. So you're more than welcome. Please, I invite you to stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. That is the beauty of being at your own space, your own sacred space. You could heal, you could nurture, you could self-care as long as you like. But when you are ready, just take it slow, so slow, with your fingertips first, and then your head, and then your toes. It's all so soft and easy and gentle, nurturing, supportive. And take one knee up, the other knee up, rocking side to side. And then off to one side. Taking a breath, nice and quiet. And then supporting one hand up. Coming into a meditative posture, keeping the head down. Last thing to come up is your chin, your head. And then one last breath together, in through the nose. And let it out through the mouth. Nice. Seal the lips, back in through the nose. Out through the nose. All right, so I honor and celebrate you staying with it, making it to the end of class. Amazing. Hopefully you feel good. Yeah, happy Monday. A lot for our hips today. So good. Thanks for being here. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you found that relaxing. Wonderful. Good job. See you next week. Yes, and let's have some more people come next Monday. Yes, we'll get some. I know it's so hot. People are so hot in California, but hopefully we'll be able to continue this class. All right. See you on Monday. Bye. All right, you guys. So yes, I do multitasking. So I do have a corporate class. That's who I was talking to. So now I'm talking to you. Bravo, good. You got to see the splits, Hanumanasana.
Wonderful. So thanks for being here, you guys. Yeah, I haven't streamed on Periscope recently, so thanks for watching there. And every Monday, now that my StreamYard, because I use StreamYard, has added Periscope, I can do that. So thank you. But go to my YouTube channel. There's so many. Healing Touch Vinyasa. Healing Touch Vinyasa. In fact, I will write that to everybody. My YouTube channel for my Periscope people. Healing Touch Vinyasa. Okay, that is on the YouTube channel. That's what I'm under. Okay, so you can go there. There's tons of classes. So yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Namaste. Have a great Monday. Bye.